this channel was created to be that friend, aunt, confidant, unsolicited advice that can be offered and given to mainly girls. I'm sure men can take some nuggets from the things that I'm talking about as well, but I have not been able to be on here as much as I've wanted to. Why? Because life has been lifing, but life isn't going to bully me up off of YouTube. So here I am. Oh gosh. So today we are, as you guys know, I don't talk about anything that I'm not dealing with. And the past, this is December. My birthday was last month. The past couple of months honestly from June up until now has been hectic, and I'll do a video where I really go into detail about everything that happened each month, because there was like a bomb dropped each month. But for today, I really just want to talk about the power of stillness in the midst of a storm. Because if I didn't learn anything else during this time and all of these trials and tribulations, I learned that the best time to get still, the best time to get quiet, the best time to not take action is literally in the middle of a storm. A lot of the times when life is lifing, things are going bad, you know, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're worried, your natural human instinct, the natural thing for you to do is to figure out what you can do to make it better, right? But there's a quote, do all you can do and then surrender to what you can't. And I feel like I've really had to learn that intimately during this season of my life. So I just turned 29 last month in November. Yay! Balloons all over my my place, and that gave me a whole new perspective on life. So I'm gonna do a whole nother video where I talk about like things that I've learned now that I'm 29 and how I view life. But this video I want to dive into stillness, because I feel like right now there's a lot of chaos going on. I just feel it in my heart. Like, we all see that there's chaos going on with the world. We see the Palestinian and everything that's going on, and it's heartbreaking to watch or even hear about, and think about the fact that we're in 2023 and we still have human beings dehumanizing other human beings in these ways. But outside of this macro, grandiose, problematic issue that we have, I feel that there's a lot of problems and turmoil going on internally, inside, amongst all of us. The things that's been happening recently in my life, some of it really just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. I'm going to do a video where I go very deep into detail, but it just didn't make sense. Like, I was taking blow after blow after blow, hit after hit after hit. The worst things happened to me, things that I literally felt like if that ever happens to me, like my life would be over. And those things happen, and that's a big part of why they happened, because God wanted to show me there is no such thing as fear, right? It's created in our minds, and it was time for me to face the things that scared me the most, the things that I just never, ever wanted to experience in life. Unfortunately, I experienced those things, and I realized I really don't have anything to be afraid of, and that there is no way possible that you can ever be alone in this world. Like, I have been going through a lot of my late 20s just thinking about like ways that I can make it happen, ways that I can build my career, you know, finishing up school. Like, okay, what's the next goal? What's the next step? I want to make this amount of income. I want to live in this type of house. I want to drive this type of car. I want to marry this type of person. I want to have these types. It's just like all of it. I don't know. It was just like imagine a show and you just see like that was my life. Like, God just everything, and the things that I thought I was like striving for, working towards, or the things that I thought was working out in my life, I don't know, a lot of stuff just fell apart. And one thing I had was my mind, right? And that's why I think it's very important to get as much self-knowledge as you can through a bunch of different avenues, like watching this video, reading a book, listening to podcasts, because when life starts lifing, when hits the fan and things start going berserk, your mind is that place that you need to run to and just be still. If I can give any piece of advice of how I've been navigating turmoil, and it feels so good because I can like breathe now and I can see the sun rising behind the mountain. Like I know I'm at the top now, going to the other side. But the only thing that got me over the mountain, that kept me climbing in the first place, was literally cutting out all distractions and just being still. We all have voices in our heads or thoughts where we're negative self-talking, right? And thinking that the woe is me, the why is this happening to me? That is the wrong question to ask in the midst of a storm. Never, ever, ever ask yourself why. Why is this happening to me? Why did this happen to me? Why couldn't it? Why? Those are the wrong questions to ask. And if you ask those questions, you will, God, the universe, whatever you choose, will give you an answer. And it likely won't be the answer that you want. So when you're in those type of situations, I've learned, and this has worked over and over and over, don't ask why. Ask, what do I need to learn? How can this serve me? How can this help me? So everything that I've went through over these past couple of months, I've been able to turn so much of that pain into purpose. I turned so much of that turmoil into like talent to take those bricks that was thrown at me and start building a castle. Shifting your perspective, right? You need to have this level of a paradigm shift where you get a bird's eye view. You're taking yourself kind of out of your body, and just going up as far as you can and looking at your life, noticing the problem, and then act like a detective or a scientist. I don't know, how can I solve it? There's this problem in my life right now. How can I solve it? What solution can I come up with? And once you've come up with what you can do about it, the next step is stillness. We live in a world, and I don't know why we forgot that it's a yin and a yang to the way that this mass creation, this time and space reality works. And as a human being, you can only do so much. There comes a point where you've done all you can do, and now it's time to send it upwards and allow that partnership to happen, so that you can see just how much you're loved, just how amazing that is to watch things happen for you or unfold for you, to see life moving in a way that helps you. Can only happen if you get to that point where you've done all you can do and you have enough discernment to realize now it's time for me to lift this problem up to the heavens, to God, to my Father, and allow divine intervention. That's the moment where you want to get as still as possible. And when I say still, I mean still. I mean, don't call your friends talking about it, talking about the problem. Don't call your mom crying about it. When you talk about these things in those ways, you're giving it legs, energy, you're giving it momentum. Unconsciously, you're like putting a stamp into the world of that problem. You're solidifying it, you're making it solid. So we don't want to do that. Once you've done the work, once you've done what you can do, everything you can do, at that point, get happy, get excited. Even if the problem is still there, get excited, because that means it was never for you to figure it out anyways. Like, this situation happened because something much bigger than you, something much more divine and incredible is moving in ways that you can't understand and that you can't even see. But if you keep trying to insert yourself, it's very easy for you to mess that up. So when things are going crazy, when the walls is crashing down and it's raining and snowing and hailing at the same time, and you don't know what is going on, that's literally that moment to throw your hands up, get still, watch everything fall down, And in a couple seconds, a light is going to shine, the clouds are going to open up, and all of that mess is going to turn into beauty. And all you did was stand there. And that's kind of where I am right now in my life. I'm really in this stillness, just standing space. And as I'm standing, I'm seeing before my eyes the mess turn into beauty. And I don't even have to put my hands on it. It's God. It's all Him. It's all His work. It's all His doing. It's all His wisdom, His creating. He's creating so many cooperating components, whether that's people, opportunities, income, like these things to come together in this way that I couldn't have orchestrated to work for me, to work in a perfect way for exactly what I need and exactly what's bothering me right now, like to get rid of it. And so I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it on that note, because this video was probably one of the most raw. Like, I did not prepare, I did not prep, I did not put any notes, I barely put any like forethought, because I really just wanted, it's been a while, and I really just wanted to come and talk to y'all authentically and tell y'all exactly what's going on and exactly how I feel. So hope that this video was helpful to someone. I hope that you were able to grab at least a nugget or two out of this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Ashe. Oh, and I might do Vlogmas. It's already day 3, so if you want me to do Vlogmas, let me know. It's me and my son. Bye-bye.